It's a transition between where we were, where we are, I guess, and where I want to go, and how to fuse it all together. Because what 244 right now is doing is they're using all this stuff kind of simultaneously at once. And I thought the best way to possibly explain this is to use our friend Jared from Subway. And I didn't realize how old I'm getting because it's been 15 years since we first met Jared. I didn't realize it had been that long. 15 years since we first met Jared in Subway. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that. I thought it was like 5, 6 years ago. 15 years. 15 years. Gave him a little birthday cake. Birthday Subway, I guess. Journey continues. I'm celebrating 15 years of staying fit with Subway restaurants. 15 years! Can you believe it? No, I can't. I just said that. I'm proud to reach this major milestone of my commitment to leading a healthy and active lifestyle while inspiring millions of others to do the same. There's wonderful statistics in that statement right there, but I don't want to test any of those. I want to test the original claim. This is the original picture of Jared's pants. Go ahead and read the statement that was a law. FYI, it's no longer on their website. They have since pulled it down. But go ahead and read it. So I added the bold, italicized red ones. I mean, I didn't add them, I just bold, italicized red to make them stand out. The link does not work, unfortunately. You can click on it, it takes you to a dead page. Probably because they realize they're lying bastards. But that's okay. That's a little strong, probably shouldn't have said that.
It was just a marketing scheme.
Say that again.
It was just a marketing
See, the problem is, this, you did see some of this on the commercials back in the day. In much the same way when you see weight loss commercials, not just Subway, but weight loss in general, you'll see this 51-year-old grandmother of 3 has the body of a 28-year-old. Yes, she does. She does, and she's one in a billion that have that, whatever you're talking about. But what you see at the bottom in like 8-point font, at the bottom of all those are results not typical. That's why I bold, red, and italic. How many of you have noticed that in an ad like this before? Results not typical. Well, if the results aren't typical, why are you putting them on your commercials?
Sell your product.
Of course, because it's marketing. But you're marketing based on what? You're marketing based on outliers. Is that fair?
No.
Well, I don't know. That's where it gets loaded, right? That's why I call them out right now by lying bastards. But they're not really lying, are they?
No.
Because it happened. Yeah, it happened. I mean, why not brag about Jared? Why would you brag about the person who gained 3 pounds on Subway sandwiches? Because that probably only happened once too. One person gained 3 pounds. Just like one person lost, whatever he lost, 50 pounds. So what's the difference between bragging about or marketing Jared who lost 50 pounds or marketing the one person who gained 3?
billions of dollars.
Well, I meant mathematically. Yes, Sean, yes, marketing-wise is billions of dollars, thank you, sir. But mathematically, why would it be considered misleading or wrong to market Jared when he only happened once, but so did the one person who only gained 3 pounds? They both only happened one out of, say, 10,000. Let's make a number up, 1 in
This
10,000.
one just sounds better than you lost weight and gained weight.
So mathematically, there's no difference. Aside from a marketing point of view.
Yeah.
Eat Subway, gain 3 pounds. It seems kind of counterproductive to marketing, right? So why does it seem wrong to use Jared? Your original vote was it's misleading.
Yeah.
I agree, it's misleading. So why, Zach, counter my counter.
Because he's not the average Subway eater.
The person that gained 3 pounds eating Subway sandwiches might have been only one person in 10,000 that gained 3 pounds. But what else happened to the other 9,888 people? Maybe they lost 2 pounds, lost a half a pound, stayed exactly the same, maybe gained 1, gained 4. So in other words, even though only one person lost 50, let's say he's 50, I have no idea what it actually was, lost 50, and one person gained 3, the remainder of that data set fell close to him or fell close to the 3. See, that's the trick, is that they fell closer to the gain of 3 than the loss of 50. So in other words, what are outliers really? What's one way of talking about what an outlier is? It's not just rarity of occurrence, is it? Because if only one person gained 3 pounds and one person lost 50 pounds, they're both equally rare. They're 1 in 10,000, yes? So what are outliers really? What are outliers? Let's get some words on the board. Let's get some words on the board. Outliers. How do we define them? Say that again.
Crumbs that tip the cookie tray.
Say that one more time, Sarah.
Crumbs that tip the cookie tray.
Crumbs that tip. Oh, I like that. Crumbs. That's an S there. That tip the cookie tray. Oh, that's so good. So in other words, and I love the analogy. She's using the whole definition of an average from before. And she's imagining a balanced cookie tray, yes? She's imagining a balanced cookie tray, and that balanced cookie tray, statistically, we call a what? I'm going to use your bell curve for you, Jen, just to make it happen. What do we call, actually, it's not here. What do we call the cookies on the tray in statistics? What do we call that graph?
Histogram.
It's a histogram, right? Great. So an outlier would be a cookie or a crumb, depending on how many or how large the outlier is, placed on the tray that would tip it. So right about now, we're going to balance it right here. We're balancing on a very long thumb. Apologies, I didn't draw very well there. So if we added, so suppose this is the average, which it looks like it is. If I was to add a cookie right here, would that change the balance point all that much? Not much. We'll raise it a little bit. I mean, maybe an incremental bit over to right. How about here? More. How about here? You see that? Good. So somewhere between here and here, we seem to have crossed a balance line, yes? There's some line out there in the sand where we would call these guys the outliers, and we would call these guys, what do you call these guys over here? And I'm not saying this is in the right place. This might be further left or further right, depending on how you guys, but somewhere there's a line in the sand, yes? So these are the outliers. What would you call these? These would be called the typical, in quotes, which is another way of defining outliers. An outlier is a data point that is atypical, Anna. Atypical. Stephen, what did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
They're an anomaly.
Good. I like both of those. Atypical data. How did I make an anomaly into an adjective?
Anomalous.
Anomalous, is that right? Good. Anomalous data. Data that bucks the trend in some way, right? Bucks the trend. So the idea is, it's a data point or data points that are significantly varied from the norm. Now that's a very clear, very clean way. I love the cookie tray, Sarah. Thank you for that. That was fantastic. Super fantastic. I've never had it displayed that way before. It's perfect. And it will work without a bell curve too, FYI. It would also work with skewed data, but it's nice visual with the bell curve data. So what I'd like to do today is I'd like to actually quantify some outlier data by generating some data from you guys. I want to actually generate some data with you guys. I think I brought enough data that I can actually do some data with. So let's collect some data and try to develop some rules for quantifying outliers. Because I think the extreme cases are easy to see, like if data lands at the average, it's definitely not an outlier. If data lands visually way far out, it definitely is. But how about here? How about here? How about here? How about here? Like how, you can make it a sliding scale if you want, but nobody seems to do that. They have like cutoff values for outliers. So here's what we're going to do first. Let's collect some data right now.